Hello everybody, hope everyone is having a lovely F1 for live Xbox. Welcome, thank you for the follow. Yeah, we are here for ORION F1, as always, and we are here for round 7 of season 7, and we are here, as you can see, for the Belgian Grand Prix. It'll be a very interesting race. We do have one new driver, and that is TXT. That's what we're going to call him. Hey Liv, how are you, lovely? F1 for Life Xbox. Who is that? I don't even. But welcome to the channel. It is a bit hot in here, so you might hear the fan a little bit. I'm good, thank you, darling. How are you? I am very well. Gonna do this, and then I'll probably just go straight to bed, to be fair. I am fairly tired. I was gonna go for a nap earlier, but I couldn't be asked, so good. I'm glad. You need to say darling more often. Shut it. Let's get on board with the main man, Imri. Deal. I can finally hear. Miss if you want a bumper and twerk it. Miss if you want a bumper and shake it. I'm just stating facts here. Shish. Why is Imri breaking everything as per usual? So right, I think Imri might be safe from Molly tonight because it's her birthday, so. A few people coming out quite early. Mike P has joined. As Emery prepares for his first flying lap in qualifying here. Killian has gone live. He's probably racing as well, too, so he's streaming. Into the bus stop chicane. Takes the widest line possible to get as much track and more speed into turn 1. Into turn 1 he goes. Let's see what he can do at this historic track as he heads towards the famous ORION and El Rouge. Now down the Camel Straight. The longest straight, I guess you could call it. It is the longest straight, I would say. Because you don't brake from turn 1 till that braking zone for the corner. I guess you could probably say the same for where the Haas is now going through at the bottom of the screen. That's all the way to the bottom. That's pretty much flat. Sometimes in the rain you have to have a bit of a lift, but taking as much curb as possible. They have made the curbs a little bit smaller on the inside from previous games. I'm not sure if that's like that in real life. F125 coming out soon. I'm pretty sure we're only going to be doing this final season. I think there's only a few races left, to be fair. But nowhere near the end of the season just yet. We've still got a fair few weeks, so we might be able to get another small season potentially. You never quite know. Into the bus stop chicane we go. George Imri gonna set the first time of qualifying as he heads out the final corner. DRS wide open and is a 1:41.9. That is a very solid lap to start qualifying off. Where are we looking? Nearly Psycho crossing the line now, goes into second, 3 seconds off though. So quite a big old gap. Got Gangster Owl heading out the final corner himself. Going to be at 1:47.2. The McLaren of Sparky, no, it's going to be Verkel, goes up into that second place, onto the front row. Absolutely solid qualifying so far. We've got the Red Bulls now crossing the line. Sly goes up into third. So Pigs Do Fly starting his first flying lap. I think we've got a Mercedes coming into the pits by the looks of things, as we have the other Mercedes of Loon heading through the final corners now. What can he do on his first flying lap? He's not going to be nowhere near Imrie. Nearly a whole second off. Imrie has got some decent pace. We are still waiting for I think he might have a fairly easy win tonight by the looks of things. Who actually won last week's race? Imrie. So I think he's the first. He's the first person to win 2 races this season. Yeah. I suppose he hasn't said hello yet. He usually does. I imagine he'll be here in a jiffy. CSL Wolf up into 7th place. Mike Peavy might be one of those drivers that was an absolute decent lap out of it. So Pigs Do Fly heading towards Blanchemont. Just have a car on the inside. We've got a Ferrari starting their laps. Got both Ferraris about to start their laps actually. Temp Callan one just ahead, and So Pigs Do Fly up into 3rd place. F1 AB putting another decent lap in, only 2 temps off Imrie, so he looks like he could be challenging for the win here as well. But currently Imrie is on pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix. Not usually the greatest place to start because of the long run to the corner that Temp Callan just went through. Big old slide through No Name. Keeps it within track limits. CSR Wolf doing what he usually does his one and only lap, and then retires. It's just CSR Wolf things. Comes Temp Callan through the line up to 7th place, and now her teammate in the background, Christoph, goes on to pole position by around 2 temps. Tell you what, I'm getting a bit of a headache. Let's see if we got a bumper and shake it. Back out on track. No teammate again tonight. I don't like these ones. I don't like these headache patches. To rally on. Running into the gravel. What I do is tyres any good, to be fair. But he's definitely backed out of this lap, so he'll be going again by the looks of things. Definitely fueled up for more than one run. Still waiting for Mike to cross the line. Mike goes into 13th. So Sparky will now be starting in 15th place. Let's see what Emery can do on his second flying lap. Actually, no, it's not a flying lap, is it? That will be. Right on board as he heads into turn 1. That's another lap gone for the main man. So he'll be in. TXT has indeed run uphill. Noob. Who's on a lap? Scorter's on a lap. Let's ride on board with him, shall we? Scorter heading through Blanchemont. I'd imagine he was 3/10 up in this first set. I didn't see the second sector. Into the first sector he goes. Into the final corner. DRS wide open. To the line. Up to 9th. A bad lap. Yes, if you've got a bumper and shake, vibrate it, embrace it. If I want to be this. Oh, a little bit wide. Oh, losing the rear of the car. And that is going to be the end of that lap. But I'd imagine he's probably going to be coming into the pits anyway. Gangster Al running wide through Puon. Don't start laughing at the names. It's the names of the corners. It's not my fault. Has got a Red Bull behind him though. I'd imagine Sly will be coming in. Yep. Did get held up, to be fair. I don't know what is. Oh, so he was down by like. Oh no, he was up, to be fair. So yeah, that might be a case of Gangster Al getting a penalty for the next race. Nearly Psycho starting his next flying lap. Just under 4 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. As Sparky also back out onto the circuit. Thanks to Al, I think it's going to be coming in to the pits of this lap. Thanks to Al, up into the 46s, he was in the 47, so he's gained quite a bit of time, to be fair. Oh, another. Oh, Kieran is now in. Just in time. Nearly Psycho through the final few corners. No ERS remaining to the line. It's going to be an improvement. Not on the grid position that he's going to be starting. That may well be the last lap of Nearly Psycho in this qualifying session. Gangster Al also coming into the... Well, Kieran only just getting out with 2 minutes remaining, so he's got plenty enough time to go round and start a lap. Just made it in time. George Imrie gonna be the next car to start his flying lap here at the circuit dear. No. Spa, well, I don't fucking know. Spa, there we go. That'll fucking do. Everyone is, apart from Gangster out, everyone else is out on track. As we are waiting for Imrie to start his, goes for the wider line as per usual. Now he did mess up coming through turn 1, so he'll have to try and make do with that. Into turn 1 we go, gets to the apex nicely. Doesn't spin the rear as he did on his last lap attempt. But we'll see what his first sector is going to be once he heads down the Kemmel Straight. Anyway, DRS wide open. 2 DRS straights at this circuit. Going into turn 1 and then down this long straight. And he's down by 5 tenths already. And this lap is not looking all too good unless he can find the time somewhere else. I'm not really sure where he's lost all that time. It didn't look that bad of a lap, and Gangster Al retires in the pit lane. I'll have to see what his second sector is going to be, and that, I think, is going to be his qualifying session over. I don't think he's going to be able to bring it back from that, so it looks like Christoph is going to be on pole position, and he will be, unless someone else can do anything about it. Christoph also on a bit of a struggle lap as well. Kieran is on a lap, so that's one thing. Everyone, Temp Cannon has just started her, so Piso Fly also not going to be able to improve on his P6 as we jump on board with the Ferrari of Christoph, as he will be the next car to set a lap. Imrie comes into the pits, and that is fairly poor from him on that lap. Imrie retires in the pits, but here comes Christoph. I'm not sure if he's even up on his time at this point as he heads into the bus stop chicane. He's going to complete the lap. Can he improve on his time? It's going to be a 1:41.2, and Christoph looks like he's got pole position absolutely bagged. And Sly comes across just about to beat his teammate for that P6. We've got a Mercedes of a Loon, and we have TXT heading through Blanchemont now. TXT just about keeping. Oh, he's done a big old spin. jump on board with a loon as he heads through the final corner. Stays P4. What can F1AB do? I don't think there's going to be anyone else to really... And Verkel also down. So is F1AB, to be fair, as he heads through the final corner. No ERS to help him through the last 3 corners to the line. And it's not going to be an improvement. So Imri looks like he's going to be starting in P2 unless Verkel can do anything about it. He doesn't. And I think Temp Callum finished like 7th or something. Why is it raining? Where did Temp Callum? Temp Callum went 5th. Not a bad lap then. The gaps at the top, it's quite... I would say it's about even, but it's the complete opposite of that. So there we have it. Christoph on pole, George Imri in 2nd, F1AB in 3rd, Loon in 4th, Temp Cannon in 5th, Verkel in P6, Kieran in P7, Sly P8, So Please Do Fly in 9th, TXT in 10th, Score 11th, Psycho in 12th, CSR Wolf in 13th, Mike P in 14th, Gangsta Al in 15th, and Sparky going to be starting at the back of the grid as we await for the formation lap to start. I'd imagine you'll be shooting off soon, Liv, if you're still here. Soon. There are a few things when the dark bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad. Oh. Oopsies. I did not see that. Do 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 do. Oh, we don't have to take a. You are my light in the dark. You are. So here, put in. I will be. Yeah, I need to eat first. Start getting the shapes. Honestly, get something inside you, lovely. To be fair, my stomach is feeling a bit better now. To be fair. Oh, 4, 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. Oh, someone just died in the turn 1. Surprised me. Oh, George getting very wide onto that curb. This is going to be brave. F1AB not wanting any bit of that. George Imri now into the tyre tracks of the Ferrari, but here comes F1AB round down the outside. Can he get the job done? He does. Oh, and the Mercedes on Loon out of absolutely nowhere. And he's up into second place. Imrie trying to get the move done, back up into the third place. Here comes Temp Cannon as well in the background. Kieran already making his way up from wherever he started. You know, got a yellow flag, and that is nearly Psycho off into a spin as Christoph leads this Grand Prix by 1.4 seconds. He's done pretty much what Imrie did last week, where he had a nice big old gap, and Imrie running off the circuit ever so slightly. Up into fourth place now. F1AB going round the outside. Looking for a move. Not just yet. George Imrie looking for a place to try and overtake and get that second place back. Christoph setting the fastest lap of the race in his Ferrari. Big old slide from the Mercedes into turn one. And finally, sorry, what are you having? DRS will be activated, but George Imrie all getting it out of shape. DRS wide open. Here we go. Imrie back up into second. Can he now start to gain all that time? Baby, he's looser than a goose. And he's run off the circuit again. Here comes F1AB chucking it down the inside. Imrie covering it off fairly well. Ooh, a little bit of a tap from F1AB to the rear, just a microwave chilling. That's still better than nothing. In fact, I'm still quite hungry, I can't lie. Might just have some crumpets or something. Kieran making his way up into 11th place, 16 still. I wasn't talking to you, Siri. That's off. F1AB closing in. A Lou do pretty much the same time. Now back down into that 6th place. Christoph setting the fastest lap once again as he starts lap 3. Scorter making his way past DXT. Oh, Alun is running a bit too deep, and Verkel is going to get... maybe not. Alun just... Apparently that is the line to take from turn 1 apparently now. But I don't think it's really going to help. Although he should get DRS as well. But here comes F1AB on Imrie. Here comes Alun. Is he going to be able to get that 3rd place? It looks like he might be able to. Goes down the inside. It's going to be contact. Oh, and Alun has had a spin. He's into the gravel. And what was P3 is now P11. Potentially even worse for himself. He's currently mating with a racing ball for some apparent reason. I mean, you do yours, I suppose. Alun is probably not going to be happy. I don't really think Imrie did all too much wrong there. Maybe he could have gave a little bit more space, but Kieran making his way round the outside of TXT, and he is absolutely charging his way up the field. I swear my phone was on D&D. Apparently not. Here we go, Kieran once again. Let's get on a little bit further up. Verkel now up into that 4th place. F1AB setting the fastest lap of the race. 8th. Let me start. Oh, wrong one. That one. Oh, he's actually lost the place. So, we know he's done that. But he'll be looking to get that place back. If you are new here, drop a follow. And have a chat as well. Hopefully you know who's here. I don't know if start probably getting ready for game night fairly soon. I'll probably be on my lonesome as well, I would say it's per usual. I usually have someone in there for it. Comfortable for Christoph at the front, 2-second gap. It's looking fairly decent for himself. Can Emery, if I can stay on with it. That's okay, lovely. You do you, lovely. You go have some fun. And I will give you a message later or something if I'm awake. Probably not, I'm yawning like an absolute bellend. Sly now making his way past Temp Cannon. Quite early on the brakes there. I can't lie. Sly getting a bit wider. We're gonna give Temp. I was just about to say, if you're awake. Honestly, I'm gonna try. Now that F1 is gonna be like on normal time, I might just try and get like a decent night's sleep tonight. Because tomorrow I've got to stay up late because Raw's on. I don't mind SmackDown because it's on a weekend. I ain't got to wake up. Well, I do, but lap 5 at 22, 1.7 now the gap, so F1 Hypes is starting to slowly bring that gap down. Oh no, it's alright, just messaged me whenever you're alright. Yeah, no worries. Do you start work at 9 tomorrow, do you? Because I need to go collect my prescription sometime tomorrow. TXT has retired after 5 laps. Yeah, 9. Ah, fair enough. I was going to do a live on TikTok after this, but I think I need to prioritise my sleep a little bit more better. I'm more with Kieran. Balloon getting back past 10th Cannon. Balloon starting to have a pretty decent recovery drive. Any safety cars, it's going to be a fairly positive thing for him. It won't be too long till we probably see Christoph making his way into the pit soon. A slight yellow flag. I think that might have been for Gangster Owl. Although saying that, he has just come out of the pit, so I think it might have been nearly Psycho. And 10th Cannon and Slaughter both making their way into the pits, and Kieran looks like he's going to be able to try and get 2 Red Bulls for 1 here, but Red Bull number 1 has got... Oh, he's getting pushed onto the grass. He's not very happy. Going round the outside. Not going to go very well there. That was nearly a... that was definitely an avoidable collision. I think Kieran might... I don't know, I thought he had a bit of a broken front wing, but I think it was just the way the camera was angled. Fuck it hell. Kieran now, oh, the gap at the front. I think Christoph's tyres are starting to drop off a little bit now because he's just lost all that time. I'm going to head off now, but I'll message you in a bit. Enjoy the rest of your stream. No worries, lovely. I hope you have a nice D&D night, and if I am awake later, I'll give you a message, okay? I hope you're feeling a little bit better now, though, after our little chat. Kieran into the pits, going onto the hard tyres. He should be able to get out potentially ahead of 10th Cannon, which is going to be an absolutely great pit stop from the Kick Sauber team. I'll be okay, don't worry about me. You're one of my best friends, Liv. I'm going to worry. And F1AB into the lead of this Grand Prix, and I think those soft tyres are probably due its past sell by date. Is that how you say it? But there we know. Fuck it. It'll do, donkey, it'll do. Ferrari looking the fastest now, so I'd imagine he'll be into the pits this lap as Verkel sends it up the inside, and he does indeed come into the pits. Imrie also into the pits on his set of mediums. I'd imagine hard tyres for both of these cars. The Ferrari, yep, hards. What about the Kick Sauber? Oh, Imrie just about getting out ahead of him. A Loon now up into 5th, but hasn't made a pit stop. So Imrie could technically be into the lead of this race now, if he can get the foot down. And now the Red Bulls, looks like there was a fairly easy move for So Pigs to be let past Sly. So maybe some teamwork going on in the Red Bull garage. Kind of depends on who's got the better pace, because I imagine one of these drivers will probably be in fairly soon. F1AB heading through Sector 2 now, will be coming up to his Sector 3, let's say Sector 2 split. So we'll see how far he is off the time that he's been setting. He's 1.2 off, so it's probably around this time he'll probably come into the pits for his set of hards. I tell you what, Nearly Psycho doing extremely well on those soft tyres, doing 8 laps currently. And F1AB going for another lap. I don't think he'll be able to go onto the softs, surely. That isn't what he's thinking. You never know, but Sly into the pits. Maybe why he wasn't really fighting all too much. The weighbridge to the right hand side. Shame it doesn't get used in this game. Another set of hard. So here comes Imri. But move back up into that P5, and Christoph still there chilling with Imri, to be fair. Where is Sly going to come out? He wants to probably get out ahead of Mike P, which he just about does. Now he'll be hunting down Kieran, and Kieran's made up another place here actually. Might even make up a few more places. Here comes Christoph making his way back through, nearly Psycho into the pits on his lap. Oh, and Scorter has been disqualified for facing the wrong way. So he is out of this race completely. There's no going back. Flag. That might be for Scorter, to be fair. F1AB and Vertical all going on. What does the Loon do? Stays out for at least one more lap. Probably we'll see some pit stops happen next lap, I'd imagine. Setting the fastest lap of the race. Top Cannon having a pretty poor race by her standards, and Scorter, should I just said he retired from the session. Don't know how you've done that when you have already disqualified, but we move! Thanks out, chilling at the back. Still going to be bringing home some points for the Alpine team. Actually, no, he won't, because he's not actually a full-time driver. Just yet, anyway. I imagine he will be fairly soon. Next time I might have to pit another one more time, but it'll probably just go to softs to the end. Let's see what F1AB does this lap. 2.5. Imri, I'm not going to look at what the gap is to the front, but he stays out for one more lap. What does Vertical do? Also stays out. So does Pigs Fly. He also stays out. Loon also stays out. I have a feeling Imri will lead this race, as he's now overtaken Christoph somewhere around this track. I imagine probably down Lecombe. Is it Lecombe? But I need to have a look. Spa track. Yes. Right. Let me have a look. Where's Lecombe then? Oh, it's the fucking at the end of this straight. So you got La Source, El Rouge and Radion, Campbell Straight, they call them Brussels, Pougon, Campus, Stavelo, Paul, Blodgemont, bus stop. Right. Now we've established that. Oh, and No Name, which is where Christoph is about to be heading through now. No name, but has a name. Against the Owl, having a bit of an off by the looks of things. He is about to get lapped. Is this for the first time? Yep. Unless F1AB pits his lap, which he could fairly do. unless he is trying to get to the softs at the end, which is a very possible strat at the moment, but you would have to go to about lap 16 maybe, and he's not opting for that. So Verkle carries on, so does So Pigs Do Fly. What does the Loon do? Also carries on. What does F1 AB do though? Goes to a set of softs. That's going to be a struggle, but we have just seen him take some mediums to lap 12 here, so might be possible for him to do it on the set of softs. Not too far behind Imri and Christoph, so Christoph is technically the net leader as we wait for got Verkle, So Pigs Do Fly, a Loon, CSR Wolf, Mike is just pitted, and Sparky to pit. Then everyone would have done their mandatory pit stop. So Pigs Do Fly into the pits. So does a Loon. Set of softs to the end. And a Loon with a set of softs as well. So Christoph, just one more front runner to pit now. And then we'll have pretty much our finishing order. Temp Cannon really has struggled this race for some apparent reason. I'm not really sure why. She had decent pace in qualifying, and all of a sudden it's kind of just dropped. It also looks like we could have some rain, but this thing on my monitor is doing my bloody head in. Oh, there we go. We're all good. Is Verkle finally pitting? He is indeed. And Imri takes the lead of this Grand Prix. F1AB setting the fastest lap of the race as he hunts down this pack. Sly and Verkle also making their way past. Can Verkle get out ahead of So Pigs Do Fly? It's going to be tight, and Verkle just about ahead, and now he'll start to hunt down Kieran. Kieran up into 5th, by the way, starting from 7th, and this is probably going to be another fairly easy move for the Kick Sauber driver in place of bad, well, it's good MX now apparently. So I think Imri, we haven't had any penalties, which I'm really surprised about. They've been doing well. Very sus. I can't lie. Emery's definitely broken in the lobby somewhere. Noob. Anyways. Kieran, what have I just said? Don't go over. We don't want penalties. But whoever gets a penalty gets automatically disqualified. How do you like those apples? So I believe we only got one person to pit, and I think, yeah, he's now pitting, of course. Of course he pits now, doesn't he? Kieran setting a personal best by the looks of things. As Emery now starts to hunt down the lead of this Grand Prix. Into the bus stop chicane. The gap. It looks like F1AB is going to be in for this win. Burkle making his way past Kieran. Kieran back down into 5th place. F1AB will now be in that DRS detection that he needs. Oh, having a bit of a spin himself. Actually, I just reminded myself I need to download something. Maybe losing a little bit of time, but is back within that DRS detection, which is what he needs. Oh, and Temp Cannon is out of this race and she's in the pits, and that is disappointing to say the least, I think. Never really got into this race, unfortunately. So that is the third DNF. F1B, F1AB going round the outside of the main man, Emery. Emery might have to settle for a P3 finish here. And F1AB going for the win. be into the lead, and he's probably gonna. He's not really flying away, I suppose. Waiting on for decline. Lap 19 of the Grand Prix. Too long to go left in this race. I'm not okay. Oh. Anything could happen in this race, I can't lie. So we've definitely got to battle the win here, but oh, Christopher's actually back into the lead. Maybe the soft's starting to die off now. If AB drops out of that DRS, which he has, probably going to be in a little bit of trouble heading down at Rouge. Although he is starting to get that time back down under the second. So he has got some decent straight line speed. Now he's out of that second. Emery getting up onto the curb, not going to give him great traction out of the last corner. Onto the penultimate lap now. Can Emery get the traction he needs? He will get the DRS. Line now about to get the DRS on Berthel. So I think the soft's starting to run out of the things that they need to keep on the track and get them good speed. Here comes Emery. Fairly simple move with the DRS. And a fairly fairly a simple job, that was. Fairly a simple job. That was great English from me. Last lap F1AB, sending it down the inside. It looks like Christoph is going to come out on top in this race. I don't think F1AB will catch him up anytime soon. Henry, I swear to God, if you pick up a penalty, I'm going to slap you. Therefore, looking for that P4. And Verkel is up into P4. Here we go. Can Imri get P2 into the final corner? He's got the ERS, he's going to chuck it down the inside. Can he do it? He'll have to try and outbrake him. He tries it around the outside. He's been pushed wide. Oh, can Imri get the traction? F1AB is going to beat him ever so slightly. Oh, and Imri's going backwards. Fair enough. And there we have it. Christoph wins the Belgian Grand Prix. F1AB in P2, Imri in P5, Verkel P4, So Pigs Do Fly will finish in P5, Loom P6, Sly in P7, and Kieran gonna come home in a currently not controlling this car, but that's now in 12th. Sparky will come home in 13th. What a very hectic race. CSR Wolf nearly getting P9. And nearly Psycho crossing the line to finish his race off in P11. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Belgian Grand Prix, and Christoph is your winner. We will just go through the finishing results. Loomwood driver of the day. I think, yeah, because he had to fight his way back through. Let's go through the finishing results for you, and then I can wrap this stream up for another week. So there we have it. Christoph wins the Belgian Grand Prix. F1AB finishes in P2. Imri will finish in P3. F1AB in P2. Verkel in P4. So Pigs Do Fly in P5. Loon P6. Sly P7, Kieran in P8, Mike in P9, Wolf in P10, Nearly Psycho in 11th, Gangster Owl in 12th, Sparky will finish in 13th, and out of this race we saw 10th Cannon, a very shocked DNF there, TXT and Scorter. We will be back next week as always. We are heading not too far away. We're going to be heading to Netherlands for the Dutch Grand Prix. And then it appears that we have a break week after that. So, yeah, I won't be streaming at all in 2 weeks' time, which is actually a kind of nice little break. But anyway, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure to stream for you this evening. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your Sunday evening or even your Sunday morning, depending where you are in the world. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week, and goodbye.